Good evening and welcome to CollinsvilleCardinals.tv, where we are live from Salif Field, where your 1-0 Collinsville Cardinals will take on the 0-1 Catoosa Indians. Hubbard, it's a chilly night out. Well, how do you think that's going to affect the game tonight?
It's going to be tough holding onto the ball. And it's also windy, so the wind will play a factor in special teams as well as in the passing game.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Redding before the game, and his 3 keys were stop the option, which Catoosa runs a split back veer offense, which was developed in the 70s, and he said that there's a lot of mesh in between the quarterback and the running back and fullback, and so that he said that from what they watched, that Catoosa's passing game, short passing game, wasn't as well as their long passing game, which me and you both saw in warm-ups that their quarterback had a pretty good arm, and he was dropping him in there.
He's got an arm. He's got a real weird kind of drop back and holds it real up high and loose. So maybe if a defensive end can get in there and maybe poke at the ball free.
Yeah, another key was to stop the fullback, the quarterback, and the power game, which their quarterback is number 7, Brandon Ferguson, and he's a pretty big guy too.
He's big, and Catoosa's they're not a real big team, but they're low to the ground. They'll run you over.
And the last key was the wind, like you said. Coach Redding said that the wind, when you're fielding the punts and stuff like that, the wind carries the ball, and it looks a lot different than it is. And so he said as long as we can field the ball and make sure the wind doesn't play a factor in the game tonight, we should be sitting pretty well.
And I don't know, but I don't know if you did, but I watched the Catoosa punter when he was warming up, and he has a real high kick that kind of just stands up in the wind for a little bit. Helps his team get farther down the field faster. Yeah,
I believe last week we didn't see one fielded punt. Am I right? I think every punt was fair catched. Catoosa is 0-1. Last week they played Sallisaw, and I talked to a guy, and he said they lost like late in the game. They could not punch it into the goal line, which that's a tough loss for the Catoosa Indians.
Yeah.
And then Collinsville had a good performance last week versus Oologah. They won 36-27. I believe they didn't even allow any points the second half against Oologah. They went into halftime with the lead. Cole Hadley had a really good field goal kick, and they just came out, and the momentum was going for them.
Yeah, and a little bit of a shaky start to come off, but hopefully we'll get that. We won't have that kind of start to start off the game this week.
Catoosa has their captains out there, but I do not see any sign of the Cardinals.
I count 10 captains for the Catoosa Indians.
And I'm guessing it would be their senior class.
I'm going to say you're right.
On the roster, it doesn't have their grade, so I'm going to say it's their senior class.
Let's go with that.
A good turnout tonight. Tonight is purple out, which not a lot of fans saw that, or realized that, but there's a lot of neon for the students section. We're going to go to the football walkthrough and be back to bring you the opening kickoff.
My name is Will Shoup, and this is the football walkthrough. I'm here with Coach Jones today. So, Coach Jones, you had a huge victory over Oologah last week. How do you feel that's going to carry over into your game with Catoosa this week?
Well, we got some momentum going, and it was a big win over our rival, and we just want to take it 1 week at a time, and just hopefully we'll be ready to go tonight or tomorrow night and take it to the Indians.
All right, well, you were run heavy last week. Do you think we could see a little bit more of your passing game this week?
Yeah, I think you'll see a little bit more of our passing game this week, without a doubt. They're a good physical team up front, and we'll have to be able to throw the ball to move the ball on them.
All right, and let's see. How was the modeling in Hawaii? Oh, wrong interview. I'm sorry. All right, well, thank you, Coach Jones.
Thank you.
I'm here with Ryan Haymaker. Now, Ryan, you ran 198 yards rushing last week. Do you think you can build on that momentum this week?
Yeah, I think I can. Our line did a really good job opening up holes for me and Sean to run through, so I feel like if we can all do our part, then it'll be good for me and Sean.
Now, it's rumored that you and Sean Kacheski's nickname is the dynamic duo. What do you think about that?
I think the nickname fits. I mean, me and Sean are really both fast guys, and it just fits, so I like it.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much. This has been the Football Walkthrough. We'll be back next week.
The captains for the Cardinals tonight include number 1, Sean Kacheski, number 7, Chase Wilkins, number 52, Dakota Treadway, and number 60, Cutler Cole. I believe Catoosa deferred.
Yeah, they deferred. Trying to figure out which way. Collinsville was trying to figure out which way they want to defend.
I believe, yeah, Collinsville will get the ball to start the first half. Captains shake hands. It looks like Collinsville will be defending the south end zone. So that means they will be going into the wind in the first quarter, which I would not be surprised. Last week, Collinsville threw the ball 3 times. They had 2 completions. On the defensive side of the ball, they had 2 interceptions. They had the same amount of completions on defense as they did offense. So in the first quarter, I believe you'll see a lot more running game. Coach Jones, like he said in the football walkthrough, we'll see a little bit more of the passing game, but it will be with the wind at our back. And here come the Cardinals.
And going back to what Coach Redding said about the Catoosa's long ball threat, they got the win. So I'm sure the defensive backs for Collinsville have gone over that, and will kind of, step back a little bit on their coverage.
Here come the Indians.
And Catoosa Indians will take the field in front of a pretty good sized visitors crowd.
Yeah, they didn't travel as well as Oologah, but Oologah is about 15 miles away from here, so.
Catoosa is about 20 minutes on a good day.
That's if you drive like you.
If you drive fast.
The head coaches for tonight's matchup, Catoosa's Aaron Meyer and Collinsville's Kevin Jones.
And Brett Erickson will be back to field the kickoff. And he ran one back to about the 20-yard line last week. And I talked to him, and he said he exceeded expectations for himself last week.
I'm sure everyone exceeded everyone's expectations last week. He doesn't need a lot. He doesn't need a big hole to go through. He just needs a little bit.
Also back for the Cardinals is number 22, Blake Bird, and number 7, Chase Wilkins. And we are underway. The kickoff is fielded by Chase Wilkins. He's got a big hole. He's brought down at the 35. The starters for the Collinsville offense tonight: number 1, Sean Kacheski. Number 2, Brandon Lowe. Number 6, Chandler Cole. Number 11, Brett Erickson. Number 25, Ryan Haymaker. Number 52, Dakota Treadway. Number 56, Jake Douglas. Number 60, Cutler Cole. number 61, Jackson Wilson, number 63, Nick Jensen, and number 81, Tyler Forrest. And Coach Redding said that the wide receivers it's going to be a rotating, it's going to be a group effort.
And that's not unusual. I know last year they had a rotating kind of wide receiver core with a main group, but also a couple relief groups that they could interchange into there.
Haymaker had a 5-yard gain on that, so it's 2nd and 5. Sean rolls out to the right. He stumbles a little bit, but he's going to get the first down. The starters for the Catoosa defense include number 6, Braden Potter, number 12, Nathan Verano, number 15, Matt Dillon, number 21, Chase Neville, number 22, Gage Shiver, number 51, Tyler Gifford, number 52, Logan Warford, number 53, Tristan Hassett, number 66, Daniel Velasquez, number 72, Dalton Schubert, and number 75, Morgan Smith.
And the Collinsville offensive line jumped a little bit. I believe that was number 61, Jackson Wilson.
Sean's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be brought down by number 51, Tyler Gifford. So it is 2nd and 16. The Cardinals kind of dug themselves in a hole to start the drive. Sean rolls out left. He throws it to number 2, Brandon Lowe, and Brandon's going to get down at the 46-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Brandon's the backup quarterback, isn't he?
Yeah, Brandon is the backup quarterback, but tonight he started at wide receiver.
That's an unusual thing. It's unique to us.
Sean's going to hand it off to Haymaker. He's going to try and get the corner, and he does. And he's going to get brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run by Haymaker. There are flags down. Believe it's going to be a block in the back, because the Cardinal offense is already marching back. That's what will be the call.
I didn't see it.
That's tough. You get a first down, and then it's 3rd and 7. Sean has trips to the left as well as Haymaker. Tyler Forrest, the lone receiver, to the right. They're going to call false start again on the Cardinal offense.
Against the Cardinals, backs them up 5. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Cardinals.
There's that shaky start again, just like last week. I'm sure that's something Coach Hass will talk about when they get back over on the sideline.
Yeah, and he won't be too happy. So it is 3rd and 12 now.
And that just comes with a young line that we have.
Sean rolls out to the left, throws another pass to Brandon Lowe, and he's going to be brought down about 2 yards short. And it looks like they're going to get up. Will it be a quick punt?
Bring up 4th down and 3 for the Cardinals.
And it will. Sean gets a good punt. Can Sam field it? They're going to field it at the 9-yard line. A good punt by Sean Kacheski to pin the Catoosa Indians offense. The starting lineup for the Catoosa offense: number 7, Brandon Ferguson; number 8, Devin Hemphill; number 12, Nathan Verano; number 15, Matt Dillon; number 21, Chase Neville; number 26, Drake Hinkle; number 41, Blake Houston; number 51, Tyler Gifford; number 52, Logan Warford; number 53, Tristan Hassett; number 69, Daniel Velasquez; number 72, Dalton Schubert; and number 75, Morgan Smith.
Well, on the first play of the game for Catoosa, they fumbled it, but recovered it for no gain.
It looks like they're already going to have a sub. And like Coach Redding said, they run a split back veer offense. You don't see that very often. Running back's going to get the carry. He's going to be brought down at the line.
It's a real running style offense. If you look at the line spread out, and it's a running formation.
So it is 3rd and 9. A major change on the defensive line. Justin Cothe is out with a concussion, so number 70, Joey Kapinski, is starting in his place. Number 7 with the deep bomb, and it looks like Brandon Lowe is going to have it intercepted. So he carries on with his 2 interceptions in the Oologah game, and he already has 1 in the Catoosa game.
Oh, he saw that from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. Quarterback just barely overthrew his receiver, and Brandon saw it in all the way through.
So with 8 minutes on the clock, both teams have had the ball once. Neither team able to capitalize. Haymaker's going to get the carry. He's going to get a tough 5 yards.
Tackled in there by number 51, Gifford for the Indians. Gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Cardinals.
Again, trips to the left. Kacheski hands it off to Haymaker. He's going to get the first down and get a couple more yards before being tackled at the 38-yard line. So they've gone back to the running game and left off started where they left off. Sean Kacheski last week had 228 rushing yards. He was the KOTV Player of the Week. Ryan Haymaker had 198 rushing yards, so a good performance by both players. Haymaker's going to get the carry again.
I feel like they both should have won it. Should have got Player of the Week.
Well, in Sean Kacheski's interview, he pushed it off on his team. He said that without Haymaker, the defense put a part in. Everyone did a job, and he was the one who got the award. But it wasn't just him who performed out there.
And that's a sign of a good leader.
Kacheski's going to keep it this time. He's going to get a gain of 2, so it will be 3rd and 4.
That was probably the hardest fought 2 yards he's ever ran.
And Blake Bird will come in for number 25, Ryan Haymaker. Last week we saw him a couple of times, and he came in on 3rd downs to plow through the defense. They're going to drop back. Throw the deep bomb to Erickson. He's wide open. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Kaczynski to number 11, Erickson.
Real quick play action pass. I'm sure Katusa saw that they only passed 3 times that whole game last week, and that play action, everyone just bit on it.
So the first passing touchdown of the year for the Cardinals.
Number 9, Hadley attempting the point after for the Cardinals.
A great play call by the coaching staff. Hadley for the extra point, and it's good.
Good with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals like the lead 7-0.
Score is 7-0 with 5:55 left in the first quarter.
Stop by the quarterback club trailer to meet all your Cardinal color needs.
After that
Concession stand area, so get out there.
shaky drive with a couple fouls, penalties. It's good comeback.
Collinsville Education Foundation Spirit Night at Chick-fil-A next Tuesday night, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. All money raised will go to the grants for the teachers of the Collinsville school system. Thank you, Collinsville Education Foundation.
Coach Jones has an arm.
He does. I've seen him throw a couple in practice.
And number 12, Navarro back deep for Catoosa.
Not many people think he's got an arm.
Number 21, Neville kicking off for the Cardinals. That's
Number
9.
21, Neville, and number 12, I believe, Verano back to receive
They're not
for the
that very
Indians.
deep.
A little pooch kick. It'll be fielded, and number 6, Chandler Cole, will get the tackle.
He was there about the same time he
Number
caught
6,
it.
Potter on the return, tackled in there by number 6, Cole for the Cardinals. Catoosa starts first and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Catoosa will start their drive at the 32-yard line.
6 and channel 23 down there on the sidelines.
Schaefer's going to come off the side, a blitz. Their quarterback's going to take it and be run out of bounds by Blake Bird.
7, Ferguson on the carry.
That quarterback read that
Number 5,
blitz
Bird for the Cardinals.
and just went on the other side and decided to run.
Looked like a designed run.
Little show pass and run.
Starting on the defensive side, on the line, number 70, Joey Krapinski, number 51, Jacob Harrison, and number 44, Rock Robbins. The pile's being pushed,
Hard run for the Indian. Tackled in there
and
by
it will be a
number
first
7
down.
for the Cardinals.
Starting at linebacker,
Good enough for an Indian.
number 49, Schaefer Smith, number 43, Josh Arnold, number 22, Blake Bird, and number 10, Levi Draper. Defensive backs, number 81, Tyler Forrest, number 7, Chase Wilkins, number 6, Chandler Cole, and number 2, Brandon Lowe. Before the game, I asked Coach who was starting DBs, and he said Brett Erickson and Tyler Forrest were the 2 that was iffy. So we see Tyler Forrest out on the field tonight to start the game.
Bring up second down and 10 for the Indians.
The pass incomplete there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Running back's going to get the carry.
Carry.
He's going to get a tough 5 yards.
He's almost in the line before he gets the ball.
Coach Redding said that this offense is very disciplined, and so far, other than the fumble, they've done a really good job at staying to their task. Forrest comes up to make the tackle, and a group of Cardinals will bring him down. So they get a stop on 3rd down.
Good pursuit. Good pursuit by the Collinsville defense.
So it's 4th and 2. And it looks like they're going to go for it.
With the way their running game is going up the middle, I don't blame them for going for it.
And they are going to get the 1st down. And about 6 more yards after that. I can already tell this Catoosa team is a really physical team.
I mean, all the quarterback did right there was get the ball and run right behind his center.
Yeah, nothing special about that play.
There really isn't nothing special about this formation that they run.
And it's going to be fumbled. Catoosa will recover.
Blake Bird came around and hit his helmet right on the ball.
So that's 2 fumbles on the night. Quarterback will drop back. He looks left, and it's picked off again. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Me and you had a pretty good, clear look at that, and I think he got his hands underneath.
The reason I believe that the ref didn't give it to him is he didn't show the ball. You know what I mean?
He didn't.
They're taught to, immediately bring the ball up. So I believe that they just ruled it incomplete off that. Brandon was in an awkward position where he couldn't really lift the ball up, and he thought he caught it too.
And Coach Jones wanted the head referee to go ask the far line judge and ask him, but he said he didn't have a clear look at it.
So it is 4th and 4.
Our fans are still a little bit sour about that call. Our fans don't forget very easily.
Drops back to pass, and Blake Bird hits him, and they are stopped.
Blake Bird came in there unblocked, untouched, and just hit him.
It looks like someone's missing their assignment on the left side of the ball because Blake Bird is getting in there untouched.
Hopefully Catoosa hasn't picked up on that yet.
So Collinsville has the ball at the 31-yard line. Sean keeps it. And 2 flags come flying in. I believe it's going to be a holding call. Yes, it will.
And we got a new lineman in there, number 73. Bradley Smith went in there for number 61, Jackson Wilson. So, still trying to figure out some offensive linemen, who fits better where.
First and 22 for the 19.
Definitely a work in progress on that line.
Sean will give it to Haymaker. They're going to call him down at the 32. It looked like he didn't step out of bounds till the 35. And one of the players for Catoosa is complaining to the ref about something.
He probably.
About 15. That'll bring up second down and 7 for the Cardinals.
Sean's going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down behind the line.
Down in the backfield by number 51. That's Gifford for the Indians. Loss of 4 on the play.
I think somebody missed their blocking assignment in the middle because he came in
Bring up third down.
practically untouched.
So it's 3rd and 10. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Sean rolls out to the right. He's got a good pass to Brandon Lowe, but he's going to be brought down for a gain of 3.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Cardinals.
Looks like Collinsville is just going to wait it out. So a good for the Cardinals. They will lead. Excuse me. Catoosa is going to call a timeout with 6.4 seconds left. They want the ball.
Or they don't want Collinsville to take the easy way out and give them more time to think about it.
Just some scores are in the area. Jinx and Union are tied 7-7. Coweta is losing to McAllister 21-0. Edison leads Memorial 13-0. I'm looking for the Oologah game. I believe it hasn't started yet.
Back deep for the Indians.
Or they haven't updated it.
Number 12, Verano. And 21, Neville.
Because Oologah plays Skytook tonight.
Skocheski.
And we play Skytook
Next week.
next week at Skytook.
Snap is back. Erickson's going to get a hand on him.
Number 21, Neville on the return.
Neville's running back to the other side of the field.
A block in the back. Call's going to be called. And Coach Jones ran down there and started yelling that the line judge better call it.
So they'll be back 15 yards.
Brought down by Robbins.
There will be a block in the back.
The call is block in the back against the Indians.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Collinsville leads.
Collinsville 7, Catoosa nothing. We'll be back to bring you the start of the second quarter.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes. Learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
We are back where Catoosa will have the ball at their own 39-yard line, and they will be going into the wind this quarter.
So maybe not as many passes. I know they only threw it, what, 4 times? And 2 of them were picked off.
Pitch back to the running back.
Handful on the carry.
He's still on his feet.
Several Cardinals in the backfield.
He's going to be brought down 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Those Catoosa running backs, they're a little bit slippery.
Yeah, they're pretty big guys. I went down on the field during warm-ups, and they're pretty tall and muscled up.
So you got to go for the legs.
Make sure you wrap up, too. 2nd and 14. Drop back to pass. Pretty good catch there.
That was a pretty good catch.
But it will only be for a 5-yard gain.
Also a good throw. Good throwing location on
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up
a
3rd
quick
down
out.
and 9 for the Indians.
So it'll be 3rd and 8. He drops back to pass. He's hit. But number 12 will get the first down, and he's going to be brought down by number 10, Levi Draper.
Tackled in there by number 10. That's Draper for the Cardinals.
And Catoosa's quarterback, number 7, Brandon Ferguson, took a huge hit, and he's feeling it right now.
Took a huge hit by
A group of them.
pretty much our whole line.
But it took him a while to get up.
Someone's got to be yelling screen on the sideline when that happens.
Quarterback's going to keep it.
On the quarterback keeper.
He's going to get 4 yards.
Tackled in there by Robbins and Bird. Gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Indians.
So it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will keep it again.
Ferguson on the keeper.
He's going to get another tough 3 yards.
Rapinski on the tackle for the Cardinals. Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Indians.
So it is 3rd and 3.
A little noise for that Cardinal defense.
Levi Draper's going to bring him down behind the
Hempel on the carry. Stop.
behind the first down marker, so it'll be 4th down.
Not just behind the
That'll bring up
first
4th
down
and
marker.
3 for the Indians.
Got what, a yard maybe? If that. It looks like they're bringing in their big package with number 61, Jackson Wilson, coming on. We'll probably see a lot more of that package as the game comes on.
Fake pass,
On the keeper. Stopped.
and Blake Bird will bring him down behind first down marker, so it'll be Cardinal ball.
Robbins on the tackle.
Just came
Turnover on downs. Cardinals
right off the
1st and 10 from the 35
left
yard
side of the
line.
defense, which is what I'm assuming their weak side. The only bad thing about that big package that we bring in is, well, if you bring someone on, you got to take someone off, and we usually take off a defensive back.
25 Haymaker on the carry. Stood up at number 52, Wofford for the Indians.
Haymaker will be stood up at the line.
Bring up second down and 10 for the Cardinals.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
I guess we got to work on our matchups too on the line.
Sean's going to throw a bubble to Austin Roberts. And again, no gain.
He kind of caught it awkwardly. Sean had kind of a bad pass due to his back shoulder.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up third
Had to
down
turn,
and
he had to do a complete circle, and then by the time that happened, he just ran into his own guy.
And Levi Draper's going to come on the field. Sean's going to throw it to Chase Wilkins, and that ball is just out of bounds.
Ball's incomplete.
I think if the wind wasn't playing such a factor,
For the Cardinals.
I think it would have been a good pass.
That was a tough pass to make. Chase Wilkins was tightly guarded there, or tightly covered.
Yeah. And, you know, that's a tough ball for any quarterback, though, at any level.
Back deep for Ron
Back shoulder.
for the Indians. Punting for the Cardinals, that's
Pass.
Kocheski.
Katusa sends 2 back. Pretty good punt. And it's going to be fumbled. Katusa will get the ball at the 30-yard line.
31 Nettle, brought down about the 30-yard line. Indians start 1st and 10.
Katucha's got a little bit trouble holding on to the ball. Their, third fumble?
Yeah, that was their 3rd fumble. And hopefully the Cardinals can capitalize on one of the turnovers.
Seems every time they fumble, it just goes right back into their hands.
Ferguson on the quarterback keeper.
Quarterback's going to keep the ball and be tackled about a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
In the charge as well as Bird.
Hopefully we figured out
One on the
their
play, that'll bring up second down and
running
11
style
for the Indians.
and how they run. Both their quarterbacks and their running backs and their fullbacks, they run real close to their linemen. And they've got some pretty beefy linemen, and they'll just hide behind them, and you'll try to tackle him and end up hitting the lineman's leg instead of the running backs.
Quarterback's going to drop back, throw a curl route. It's going to be caught, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
Ferguson's pass complete to Dillon for the Indians. Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Indians.
Another pass. It looks like, I don't know. It's
That's
close.
Tackle for the Cardinals. Neville on the receiver.
It looks like they're going to give him it.
Gain of about 6, and that's good enough for an Indian 1st and 10.
Just barely got the first down.
Running back's going to get the ball.
Hitmore on the carry for the Indians.
He's going to have a missed tackle.
Knocked out of bounds about the
Going to be brought down at the 40-yard line.
Run good enough for an Indian, 1st and 10.
That goes back to, these running backs, you can't just hit them. You got to have good technique and wrap up and hit low, which this defense struggles with sometimes. Didn't struggle with it that
Rock
time.
Robbins slams the running back down.
That's number 26, Hinkle on the carry for the Indians. Stopped in there by Robbins and Draper. Loss of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Indians. Hinkle on the carry.
The running back's going to get the carry again. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Robbins and Arnold in on the tackle for the Cardinals.
And
Gain of 1 on the play.
Coach Jones is on the
Second
sideline
down and 11. Excuse me, 3rd
shouting
down
out, watch for the
Indians.
screen. Last 2 times they've gone to the screen on a 3rd and long and gotten it.
Quarterback's going to drop back. He gets pressured. He's going to have the ball. And he will have the 1st down.
To number 12, Verano.
So finally, Catoosa is putting together a good drive.
Got flags on the play, and we got a face mask call against the Cardinals.
Oh, and it's going to be a face mask. So that's going to add 15 yards. And that was not a good play.
5-yard penalty.
It's just a 5-yard accidental face mask.
1st and 10 for the Indians.
That's
Probably
better than the 15-yard.
Better than what it could have been.
Quarterback drops back again. Good coverage
Ferguson's pass falls
by number 6, Chandler Cole.
defended by number 6. That's Cole for the Cardinals.
To be a linebacker, you got to be
Second down and 10 for the Indians.
kind of a dual threat. You got to be able to hit and kind of drop back and have a little finesse on you too.
A bubble route. And Brandon Lowe and Chandler Cole will
Neville
tackle
tackling their
number
final
21, Neville.
gain of about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Indians.
So it's 3rd and 7.
I'm gonna call it right now. They're gonna throw a screenplay.
Nope, they're going to hand it off to the quarterback.
Ferguson on the carry.
He's going to be
It's like a-
tackled about a yard short.
Arnold and Robbins
They're
on
gonna-
the tackle for the Cardinals.
They're probably gonna go for
Gain of
it.
6 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1 for the Indians.
So they're probably gonna run that exact same play. And to counteract that, Collinsville's gonna bring in their
Defense.
jumbo package and hopefully stuff them at the line a little bit.
Timeout Collinsville.
Collinsville's going to call timeout. I believe that's their first timeout of the half. And so, with 2:26 left, Coach Jones wants to talk to the defense.
That's the thing with these teams that are run heavy, clock goes down a little faster than a pass heavy team.
So far, the Cardinal defense has done a really good job. This is the only drive that Catoosa's been able to put together.
Yeah, and it's just a couple screenplays, and those are really the only plays that have hurt us. I think if we stop the screen, I think we can stop Catoosa.
Last week, we saw Oologah score on mainly big plays. This week, Catoosa's had to put a drive together, and they have yet to get on the board.
So that's just goes down to coaching on the Cardinal part. Calls the coaches realize that, hey, we have a big play potential and stopped it.
It looks like he's going to fall forward. They're going to give him the first down.
Short gain, but good enough for an Indian 1st and 10.
Coach Jones is going to talk to our line judge, and he doesn't like the spot. I'm sure most of the Cardinal fans don't like the spot either.
2 minutes left. Catoosa's. They're going to have to kind of get it rolling because time's ticking. Time's the worst enemy right now.
And they get the plays in fast, but they're a little slow to line up. And they sub in and out a lot too.
Wouldn't be surprised if you see a pass play.
A quick, hitch. Or screen maybe.
That's going to be good for a Catoosa touchdown.
Attempting the point after. A bad snap.
Bad snap. So Collinsville will still maintain the lead 7-6.
That's another rule change this year. But if you block a field goal, you can't run it back. I'm sure that's only on PATs.
Got a big halftime full of festivities, folks, so stick around. I also remind you to stop by the Quarterback Club trailer to meet all your Cardinal color needs. It's down by the concession stand.
So we'll see. The coaching staff has two choices. Do they run the ball and just pray for a long run, or do they throw the ball and see if they can get into the end zone with a minute 16 left?
Well, they've got the win. Sean he's been known to have a good arm.
Yeah, he had a really good throw to Brett Erickson. Brett didn't have to really adjust to the ball. Ball came right in his hands. So coaching staff has a decision. It's either play conservative or play aggressive. It's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, throw the ball, throw the ball.
It really depends on what Catoosa comes out in.
And what kind of field position Collinsville gets on the kickoff.
Looks like Catoosa might pooch it. We're aiming towards...
The ball's lined up on the left hash.
They're aiming it towards, I think that's Blake Bird over there.
They're going to fair catch it right away. So it's at the 35-yard line. Ooh, it's, I don't know.
It's kind of an awkward spot. Some of the coaches got to think, hey, can Ryan bust out a couple tackles and get a 20-yard gain?
If they can get a first down here pretty quickly, it's going to be a whole lot easier to. Sean's going to keep the ball. He's going to be brought down the line of scrimmage. Looks like Collinsville's just going to go back to the line, call the play.
Gain of a yard, that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals.
Brett Erickson comes in motion. They hand it off to Brett. He gets a first down and is out of bounds with 38 seconds left.
He didn't want to go out of bounds either. It may have looked like the Catoosa Indian hit him out, but no, Brett went into him.
So, first down at the 48-yard line. We'll see if they throw the ball. That was a really good play call.
I say you throw it. I say you air one out real quick.
Sean's going to roll out to the left. Look like he's going to throw it. He's going to get out to the corner, run out of bounds with 32 seconds left.
I say you throw a deep one. Test the waters a little bit.
Again, like I said, it's easy for us to sit up here and say throw it deep, throw it deep. But I don't know. With 32 seconds left, can't really run the ball unless they break off a long run.
Well, we do have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, that is true. Sean's going to get the snap. Sean's going to keep it. He's going to get run out of bounds with 27.6 seconds left at the 38-yard line. So,
Look down there, folks. It's a cow. I hope it doesn't have mad cow. The Chick-fil-A cow, folks.
bunched up trips to the right. Sean's going to drop back. He throws it deep to Erickson. Just a little too deep. Brett's going to complain. He thought number 16 for Catoosa held on to his jersey a little bit.
It looked like they both had a little bit of each other on that one.
So 22.3 seconds left. Sean's going to hand it off to Haymaker. He's going to get out of bounds with 19 seconds left, and it is third down and...
I think if Sean just takes a little bit off his throw, that would have been a completed pass.
Well, with the wind at his back, it probably caught the football a little bit, and so that could be a factor.
I don't know what's going on through their walkie-talkies, but Coach Jones looks angry about something down there. I don't know if he's not agreeing with the play call or what, but he didn't look very happy with whatever was going on.
Timeout, Collinsville.
Coach Jones, yeah, like you said, is not happy. They either didn't get the play called down in time or they didn't get it called into the huddle in time.
And that's pretty much the only thing that'll make Coach Jones upset on the offensive side is slow play calling. Now on the defensive side, there's plenty of things that'll make him mad. Him being the defensive coach.
Harrison's going to go in motion again. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to get the first down with 11.6 seconds left. Collinsville has one more timeout. And Coach Jones is going to call it.
Timeout, Collinsville.
That'll be the last timeout. The half.
Folks, you may notice that the Cardinals are wearing purple shoelaces tonight. They're wearing these to honor the late Brian Phillips, who coached for the Cardinals before his untimely passing 2 years ago.
The Cardinal football team is wearing purple laces for Coach Phillips, who passed away 2 years ago. And the Cardinal fans are wearing purple for childhood cancer. Yeah, Coach Phillips, he was a part of Cardinal TV, and he helped out a lot. And
I think he was the one that brought it over here.
yeah, so Cardinal TV is really special to us and was to him. Sean drops back. He's got a lot of ground, and he's going to run out of bounds with 4.8 seconds left. Smart play by him.
That run good enough for another Cardinal first down and 10.
So this play has to be one last pass to the end zone with 4.8 seconds left.
And they've got Brett Erickson on that far side. Maybe just try to do that fade again.
Sean's going to throw it deep to Brandon Lowe. He has him. So the Cardinals will have a touchdown as time expires in the first half.
I think we start calling that the quarterback-to-quarterback connection.
A good pass by Sean Kacheski, and we have yet to see a rushing touchdown. Last week, all we saw was rushing touchdowns. This week, 2 passing touchdowns, so it's good to see that we have a passing game.
Good to see a little mixture.
Kick is up.
The extra point is good, so Collinsville will take the lead 14-6. We will be back to bring you a recap on the first half.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
Also, a big thank you to the College
We are back as the Cardinals lead 14-6. A pretty good first half for the Cardinals. Catoosa had one long drive, but a bad snap allowed Collinsville to kind of take advantage, and they are up by 8 points. Hubbard, what stuck out to you in the first half?
We gotta stop the running up the. We gotta stop Catoosa running up the middle. Just having the middle of the field to just run however they want to. And also, you gotta stop the screens. I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis in the locker room.
Yeah, Collinsville did a really good job on defense other than that one drive. But you can't really be disappointed. They had a face mask call that gave him 5 yards. But to go into halftime up 14-6, scoring on the last play of the first half, I mean, what can you be disappointed about?
And speaking of penalties, we got to stop penalties on the offensive side, and more specifically the offensive line.
medical co-payments, as well as other expenses. Our referrals came from doctors, nurses, and staff at a local children's hospital in Tulsa, as well as our local communities. At this time, I would like to recognize our guests of honor. First is Ashley McHale. Ashley attended Catoosa schools. This would have been her senior year.
The McHale family is here tonight to stand up for Ashley. Ashley was diagnosed in 2002. She fought her battle for more than 12 years. We remember her for the qualities she displayed her entire life. She was smart, fun, courageous, a loving young lady who always had a smile on her face. She loved her family and friends and never met a stranger. She touched and was touched by so many people, adopting many young children she met throughout her journey. She planned to become a pediatric oncology nurse where she would help children like herself. She fought with a smile on her face until the very end. Next is Trace McWhirter. He is a 16-year-old from Owasso, and he enjoys baseball, fishing, and hunting. Trace is very grateful for all of the help and support that he and his family receive from Hannah's Helping Hands. Trace has been in remission since June of 2011. Next is Nathan Inyard. He's from Collinsville, and he is in the 2nd grade. He attends Wilson Elementary. He said his favorite things to do are draw, play video games, and hunt for bugs. Today, Nathan is in full remission. At this time, I'd like to read a poem called The Littlest Soldiers. The medals on our chest are portacast for meds. Helmets won't stay on because no hair is on our heads. Our weapons of destruction we take every day. We fight the battle within us while we struggle on to play. We fight with honor and courage no Marine could do as well. We are only the little children living in this hell. So bring on the medals, the Purple Hearts of Wars, the Gold Cross, the Silver Star to place upon our scars. For we are the children of cancer. No one has fought so hard, but every day we struggle on because our life is our reward. Folks, this is not, I would like you to stand first off. And listen carefully, this is not a moment of silence. This is a celebration. So in a minute, when I count to 3 and we let those balloons fly, I want to hear some noise. So on the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, let them fly. And also, these little cheerleaders down here, they'd all like to give you a quick dance. All right, here we go. How about that, folks?
We are going to go to a commercial break and be back and let you listen to the band performance.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
There's no losers here, folks. Thank you so much, everybody.
And the Collinsville Cardinals did win the Spirit Stick from Hannah's Helping Hands. And now the band will perform their halftime routine.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
If there are any veterans or current active duty personnel, please rise and be recognized at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these fine men and women a round of applause for their service to our country. And now, please direct your attention to our Collinsville Crimson Cadets as they present the first segment of their 2014 show entitled Remembrance, which includes Larbert's Adagio for Strings, Johnny Coe's Marching On, and Stravinsky's Rite of Spring.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
We are back at the start of the third quarter.
I believe we are kicking the ball this time with the wind, I believe. And I think we'll see what our freshman kicker can actually kick. I think we'll see his real power behind that leg.
And the wind has not calmed down.
If anything, it's picked up.
It's gotten a little chillier.
Which is weird because last week it was 90.
Press box, so right now someone feels like the right arm has been chopped off. So
how can we put the
right, we got a lost iPhone just been turned in, folks.
Someone really did a purple out, the purple beard and a purple hair.
Everything. And he's got gold on. He's got all the colors.
Like, not a fake beard, straight purple beard.
That's a real beard with real purple in it.
Well, what other kind of purple? Fake purple?
I mean, it could be fake. It could be a fake beard over a real beard. You never know.
And they're going to pooch kick it again, and just a fair catch is going to be signaled. So the defense will take the field again.
And I don't know if you watch the coaching staff throughout the game, but if you look at Coach Harp is probably one of the most animated coaches to coach I've ever seen.
Ball's going to be run up the middle.
And running the ball up the middle is one of the things that they did real well in the first half against our defense.
And I saw Coach Jones switch radios. He's having troubles with his headset.
Ooh, that'll make him angry too. I've been down there. I've been yelled at for that too.
Ferguson on the quarterback keeper, wrapped up by several Cardinals.
One year, I can't remember which year, but the very first game of the year, it was either last year or 2 years ago, he broke his headset. He threw it on the ground and broke the microphone off of the main part of it. Let's just say that was not a fun time for the training and manager staff.
It's 3rd and 8. Catoosa quarterback drops back. He's got his receiver for a first down.
Collinsville kind of playing a little bit loose on the wide receivers just to start off.
Quarterback drops back again, throws another pass, same route. 21, Neville catches the ball for a 6-yard gain.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Indians.
Do you think Catoosa will go to a more pass-heavy offense, having not much success with the run in the first half?
I don't know. It's right now they've come out and they've thrown the ball, but here the run play, fumble. Collinsville has it. Blake Bird with the fumble recovery.
And
The ball flew out of, I don't know whose hands. I believe it was number 8.
that's Devin Hempfield. And it looked like he kicked it when he tried to turn around and get it.
Trips to the right. Sam West, the lone receiver, to the left. Sean keeps it, and he gets a 2-yard gain.
And looking at the way they had their defensive back on Brett Erickson, they're playing him a little tighter than usual.
Haymaker's going to get the carry here. He's going to get a yard and a half gain.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals.
Sean rolls out to the right. He throws a pass to Sam West, and it's tipped.
That was a good defensive play by the Catoosa defensive back.
Intended for West. Broken up by Neville. That'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Cardinals.
So it's going to be 4th and 6.
Just barely got his hand in there to break it up.
And they're ready for the quick punt. Really good punt. Number 12's going to field it. He's going to have a lot of room. Sean Kacheski is going to be the one to tackle him. They're going to get the ball at the 41-yard line.
Tackled in there by number 1, Kocheski for the Cardinals. Indians start 1st and 10.
And Coach Jones is angry about something over there. I don't know what he's so angry about, but he was halfway on the field at one point.
Ball's pitched to the right. Flags fly in. Believe it's going to be a holding call.
Flag number 10, Draper for the Cardinals on the tackle. Holding against Catoosa.
That'll bring him back 10 yards.
That'll bring up 1st and 21 for the Indians.
That's the first real penalty Catoosa's had on any side of the ball, really.
Bubble route for a gain of 5 yards.
Reception for the Indians.
Collins was sure going after that strip.
Schaefer and Forrest in on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Well, with 3 fumbles, 4 fumbles now, they're trying to punch the ball out.
For the Indians.
Ooh. Catoosa running back brought down hard by number 51. Jacob Harrison.
Back there for the Cardinals.
He had a real good game last week against Uligal.
15 for the Indians.
Really stepped up and filled in that nose guard position that was left vacant with Parker Brown graduating last year.
Quarterback drops back. The ball's tipped and caught for a first down. Seems like Collinsville's not going to get beat on the big play. They're keeping everything in front of them.
I'd rather give up a 12-yard completion than a 82-yard
Touchdown. Yeah, and a lot of people get frustrated at the kind of defense that Collinsville's playing right now. They're playing really disciplined defense. They're not going to get beat and have big plays. They're going to make Catoosa beat themselves.
Which is really what this defense is about, really. They want the offense to make the mistake before they do. And usually it works.
Deep bomb. And it's caught. And he's tackled at the 18-yard line.
Well, we just said they're not giving up the big play, and there's a big play.
First and 10. Right about the 16-yard line.
Now, a touchdown here will not be the end of the world. They did miss their field goal the last touchdown they got.
Ferguson's pass falls incomplete.
That pass was dropped.
Bring up second down and 10.
And the quarterback for Catoosa wasn't very happy.
And and Rocker Robbins was in major pursuit of the quarterback.
Ferguson on the keeper.
Cardinals are having a tough time at bringing him down right when they hit him. He's getting 4 or 5 yards after his first hit.
And you gotta wrap up. You can't just hit him. If you just hit him, you'll just knock right off of him.
But this is a good test for what they're going to see next week with McLaughlin, Skytook's running back. He's done a really good job. He did a really good job last year, and so far I guess he's tore up defenses this year. Bubble screen. He's going to be brought down.
That was read well by the cornerback.
I don't think he got anything on that play.
I think he may have lost a yard.
Bring up 4th down and 4 for the Indians.
And Catoosa's going to go for it. I don't think they've punted all night. I think they may have punted once.
Fourth down. This would be a huge stop here.
If they can get the ball off. I don't think they got the ball off.
Yep. There's a flag on the...
But I think the ref's going to say they called timeout first. The back judge threw his flag.
big fourth down here with 3:37 left on the third quarter.
I think it's for Catoosa right now. It's first to either get the touchdown or
Fumble. The ball's out. It's going to be scooped up by Rock Robbins. He has to turn on the burners. He's going to be blocked. Touchdown, Rock Robbins. A 80-some yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
he's got some moves for a big
He had to turn on the burners for that touchdown.
And Chase Wilkins ran down there and slowed down the quarterback, who gave pursuit since he got it.
That was a huge play for the Cardinals. Catoosa has a chance to tie up the game.
They don't got that chance no more.
Collinsville scoops up the fumble and runs it back for a touchdown. If this extra point was made, they would go up by 15 points. It's good. So the Cardinals lead 21-6.
We needed that. We needed a good momentum shift.
They better get the oxygen tank ready on the sideline.
Rock might need it. I don't know if he does this year, but last year he did. You know, everyone practices both sides of the ball. And during practice, I believe he still does practice with the running backs. So he's got a little bit running back in him. I'm sure this year we've seen him as tight end, so I think he goes with the lineman more. And plus, it's always nice to see a lineman get a touchdown. They don't get those very often.
Yeah. With Rock, he's, like I said last week, he got moved to defensive line. Last year he played linebacker. This year we were weak on the defensive line, so Coach Jones made the decision to move Rock to defensive line, and it paid off there.
And I'm sure when he got that decision, he probably wasn't, he probably wasn't happy, but he'll put the team before him, and he bulked up over the summer and really got into his position.
Even with Rock at defensive end, our linebacker core is still really strong with Blake Bird, who didn't play last year due to concussion. Mark Tillman returned. Levi Draper came in late in the year for Rock when he was injured. Josh Arnold had an outstanding year last year. So, they're really developing as a good linebacking crew.
Yeah, they're certainly not lacking in depth at linebacker either. They've got people that can roll in and out at linebacker too.
Screen there. He's going to get 2 yards.
They like those screens, don't they? Oh, they've worked.
Tackled in there by Bird, Harrison, Kropinski. Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Indians.
I'm not positive, but I believe that this is Mark Tillman's first time on the field tonight. I know yesterday I walked in into Coach Jones' classroom, and he said that his back has been bothering him, but it's tough enough to go out there and play. Collinsville, group of Cardinals tackled.
Led by number 51, Jacob Harrison.
So it's 3rd and 8.
Cardinal defense doing a real good job stopping that inside run this half so far. I think they're going to try for another deep ball here. Kind of burned us last time.
Ferguson on the carry.
Ferguson's hit hard by several Cardinals, so it'll be 4th down, and Catoosa has no choice but to punt.
So it's the first time or second time they've punted?
I think it's the second time.
And they've got no one back to return.
That takes a good Catoosa bounce down to the 29-yard line. With 1:05 left, Collinsville will have the ball and have a chance to build on this lead.
Man, these two running offenses sure eat out the clock.
Yeah, this game's gone by a lot faster than
Ones I can remember.
it feels like.
Then you get some that seem like they take forever.
Sean hands it off to Haymaker. There's going to be a flag called. They're going to call a holding.
Holding against the Cardinals.
So that's going to bring back Haymaker's good run.
And I believe it was on the side of Dakota Treadway and Jake Douglas.
That'll bring up 1st down and 20 for the Cardinals.
Brandon's going to get the catch, and he's going to get a pretty good gain.
And looking on the sideline, it looks like Chase is warming up to be a long snapper. I don't know if Rock hurt himself or something, but Chase is warming up to be the long snapper, which is what Rock usually does.
Collinsville's just going to let the time run out.
All right, that's going to bring it into the 3rd quarter, folks. The Cardinals lead 21, Catoosa 6.
So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Cardinals lead 21-6. We'll be back to bring you the start of the 4th quarter.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. The Cardinals have the ball on the 32-yard line, 2nd and 8.
Pretty good field position to start off. I think it's the best field position we've had all game.
Haymaker gets the carry.
A little pushing and shoving after the whistle on Catoosa side. Our fans saw it, but the ref was looking the other way.
It'll be 3rd and 6. Haymaker gets the ball. He cuts it back across the field. A really good run by Haymaker. He's pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
That's something Ryan Haymaker really excels at, is cutting back real quick.
He almost stumbled. He saw some turf come up, but he cut across the whole side of the field and was able to get a big gain.
That's not something you want to see your running back do, but it usually works out in our favor.
Sean keeps the ball, and he's tackled for a loss of 1.
Loss of about a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Cardinals.
Now that we don't have the win in our favor, I think we're going to go to a more running style offense.
Catoosa's run defense, for the most part, has been pretty good.
Yeah, they've got a pretty solid run defense.
That was the biggest run I think Collinsville's broke off all year, or all game. Good pass to Haymaker. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Right when I say they're going to go to a more run-heavy offense, they throw one right over the middle.
Really good play there, right in Ryan Haymaker's breadbasket there.
Just he's real good about placing the ball over a receiver's shoulder or on when a receiver's in stride, or really good at pinpointing where he wants to throw it.
The extra point is good, so the Cardinals take the lead 28-6 with 10:26 left on the clock.
Can we talk about this freshman kicker? Pretty much came in. I don't know if he's ever played football before. Maybe he hasn't, but he pretty much went to an open tryout, got the job as kicker, and has been perfect almost for field goals and extra points. I think he's only missed one from a block.
Yeah, he's really done a good job. Our kicker last year decided not to play football this year, and like you said, open tryouts, and Cole Hadley came out and he's really performed well.
I talked to our kicker last year, Sergio Perez, and he said he wanted to focus more on soccer with it being his senior year or junior year.
There's a flag down.
Movement against the Cardinals. Backs them up 5.
I don't really know what. Blake Bird's kind of hiding on the sideline over here.
Yeah, he's real close to our sideline. Almost blends in. Maybe that's on purpose.
High kick, and he just falls on his knees.
Number 15, Dillon. Catoosa starts 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. One more time, folks. Remember to stop down there by the
So Catoosa will get the ball at the 33-yard line, and they need to get something going, and they need it fast because time's ticking away. 10:26 left on the clock, and they have to score
3.
Yeah, they have to have 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. 22 points. So they've got their work cut out for them.
But they do have the wind with them, and
Sean Kacheski's out there on defense, and he gets the tackle there.
And they'll throw those quick passes all night long.
Tackled in there by number 1, Kocheski. Gain of 9 on the play. Check that. That's Indian 1st and 10.
And they're going to give the Indians the first down on a, let's say, a favorable spot.
The running back's going to get
Hinkle on the carry.
3.5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
And Rock Robbins is kind of limping, kind of stretching out his calf.
Robbins in on the tackle for the Cardinals.
A little bit like he's cramping up.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Indians.
Which I'm surprised, which we haven't really seen any cramps as opposed to last week. Last week we had players falling left and right with cramps.
Quarterback's going to take off and run, and Bird
Flags on the play.
is going to be there to get the tackle.
Arnold in on the tackle for the
And Rock's going to come off the field. He's limping pretty bad. Yeah, he's cramping.
Long runs will do that to you.
penalty is declined.
And with it being a little bit colder,
Down and 7.
and I'm sure all these football players were immensely glad that it was cooler than last week. They probably skipped out a little bit on the water, and you just can't do that. You'll just start cramping up like Rock is right now.
Not many cramps that I've seen so far tonight. Ball's going to be
On the carry.
handed off, and he's going to be tackled where line of scrimmage.
I'm sure
And Kropinski on
the
tackle.
coaching staff drilled it into their heads that just because it's cooler
Gain of 2.
doesn't mean you need to not drink any water
5
or
for the Indians.
prepare for the game like you would any other game. Heck, I've seen players cramp when it's freezing out, when it's below freezing outside.
Ball's tipped up,
Tipped in the air. Nearly picked off.
but not picked off, but that will be Cardinal football.
Ball's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Cardinals start 1st and 10.
So it'll be Cardinals ball, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's Kucheski.
Sean Kacheski's going to roll out to the left.
Goes Alabama.
There's going to be a flag.
6-yard line. Got flags on the play.
That's gonna be
Personal foul, yeah.
a horse collar or unnecessary roughness call.
Personal foul. Face mask against the Indians.
Oh, a face mask.
Penalty gives the Cardinals another 1st down.
And that's a huge gain. On Sean's run that he got about 3 yards on.
Turns into an 18-yard gain.
Haymaker's going to get to the outside.
Knocked out of bounds about
There's going to be a flag thrown.
by number 75 Smith for the Indians.
And they're going to call holding on the offense.
Playing holding against the Cardinals.
And I believe it's going to be on number 52, Dakota Treadway. as he Coach Jones didn't like the call. But what can you do? You can't challenge a referee's call.
We're going to have flags flying again.
It's going to be a false start against the Cardinals.
And that's one thing Coach Jones is going to watch tape and just... I would not want to be the lineman when...
I think that was Jackson Wilson. He was on a pull that play and just got a little anxious.
Cardinals have a lot of penalty yards tonight. I bet they have over 100.
And it's mostly, it's mostly on the line. I hate to say it, but it's just a young, mostly inexperienced line. We've only got 2 really experienced players on the line.
Erickson's going to get the run. He's going to miss 1 tackle. It's going to be 3rd and
a whole
about 23.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 23 for the Cardinals. Excuse me, 2nd down and 23.
It's 2nd down and 23.
Oh, 2nd down. My bad. Haymaker's going to get the carry.
Haymaker on the carry.
He gets about 2 yards.
Tackled in there by number 51. That's Gifford for the Indians.
I wonder if we're going to try another throw over the middle like what we scored on last drive.
Sean, design run, takes off to the left. He stays in bounds.
Stays in bounds, and he gets taken down about the 26-yard line.
He's tackled at the 26-yard line.
I wonder if this is in range of the freshman kicker.
It is 4th down. And one thing I bet Coach Jones has told Ryan and Sean is stay in bounds because the time is on their side with 5:30 left. They've got they got to let the clock run.
I'm sure they'll let it run and call a timeout. Now is it, do you trust a freshman kicker to kick it from
I don't know, the wind
30+ yards
in his face?
Watching a couple of his extra PATs, some of them will barely make it and some of them will clear by miles. And as I look over at the Catoosa side, they're pretty much staying put. I see the only people that it looks like leaving is the student section. And not many of them are left, so Catoosa remaining faithful in their team.
Snaps back. Sean looks to pass. Doesn't have anything. He's going to take off to the left. And it looks like he will have the first down.
Out of bounds about the 21-yard line.
And they do give him the first down after having to look at it a little bit. Catoosa wants a measurement, I think. Catoosa's still looking at it.
Not good enough for a Cardinal first down and 10.
They're not going to make the reps measure, and it's a first down for the Cardinals.
Haymaker on the carry, still on his feet, brought down inside the 15, about the 14.
And Haymaker has a tough carry. Gets brought down at the 14-yard line.
Tackled in there by number 12, that's Verrado of the Indians. Gain of 7 on the play, that'll bring up second down and 3 for the Cardinals.
Sean's going to keep the ball. He runs to the right, and he just slides down.
Slides down inside the 15. No gain on the play. Bring up third down and 3 for the Cardinals.
That was a good play by Sean. I think he saw the defender kind of sizing him up a little bit and didn't want to take the risk of getting hit big. So he just quarterback slid underneath him.
Third and 3. Sean hands the ball off to Haymaker. And he's going to be in the end zone. So Collinsville in this second half really coming out.
Their first rushing touchdown, too.
They've had a really good second half. And that's Haymaker's second touchdown of the night. One catch for a touchdown, which was about a 40-yard gain. And his rushing touchdown, which was about a 15-yard gain.
I think he's got another close to 200-plus night total yards.
Yeah, in total yards, he's probably pretty close. So Collinsville leads 35-6 with 3:32 left.
So if you're Catoosa, do you just accept it and try to run the clock out so we don't get another?
No, this is early in the year. You always have room for improvement. So this is time for the Catoosa coaches to bring him in and say, we probably don't have a chance of winning in this, but we're going to work on some things. And
yeah, let's throw some people in there that don't usually get in, and let's try some new things that maybe you wouldn't do if the game was on the line.
And the thing about their offense is they try to break down your defense, and our defense has played pretty solid, and there's been no holes for Catoosa to break off long runs.
No, really the longest plays they've gotten are pass plays, screens, and that one that they had for 20, 30 yards.
Down about the 32-yard line for the Indians. They start first and 10.
So Catoosa has the ball at the 31-yard line.
That was after a almost low line drive kick by the Cardinals.
Ball's handed off. Running back has it on the outside, and Levi Draper
Tackled in there by number 10. That's Draper
is
for
a
the Cardinals.
good tackle there.
That was a good, solid, fundamental tackle right there. It's what they needed to be doing pretty the whole game to.
5 on the play. That'll bring us second down and 5 for the Indians.
So it's 2nd and 5.
Ferguson on the carry.
Ferguson's taken down for about a 3-yard gain.
Tackled in there by number 51. That's Harrison for the Cardinals.
And
A lot of the Cardinal fans starting to get out of their seat, and
Gain of 4 on the
looks
play.
like they're going to call it a night with 2:29 left on the clock.
kind of get out of here before the rush starts. I don't blame them.
Tusa player
Carry. Brought down inside the Cardinal 48-yard line. That's good
gets a
enough for an
12-yard gain.
We have yet another cell phone that's been turned in, folks.
Kutusa hands it off to the running back.
Pull up the middle for the Indians. Brought down about the 35-yard line.
He gets
Tackled in there by number 6, Cole for the
a
Cardinals.
13-yard gain.
Indian first and 10.
And Collinsville really subbing in and out a little more frequently on defense now. On the what probably is the last drive of the game.
Kutusa drops back to pass. Quarterback has nowhere to go. He keeps the ball, and he's going to get a 5-yard gain.
Tackled in there by number 4. That's McClendon of the Cardinals. Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring us second down and 5 for the Indians.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 with 1:06 on the clock.
I'm sure the Cardinals aren't really sweating the time right now.
Hempel on the carry.
He sure does like to spin, that Katusa running back.
Tackled in there by number 54. That's Emmett for the Cardinals. Run good enough for an Indian first and 10.
He drops back to pass. Throws the left. Oh, and it's almost picked off
The end zone got flags on the play.
by number 6, but there are flags on the field.
Pass interference against the Cardinals.
It's going to be pass interference against the Cardinals. There's 26.7
Cell phone turned in, so someone out
seconds on the clock.
freaking out because you can't play Candy Crush. Come on up here. Come get your phone.
Quarterback rolls out to the left. And Katusa's going to get into the end zone with 18.8 seconds left.
Pass was complete to Hinkle for the Indian touchdown.
See if Katusa has a better snap than last time.
High snap. They're going to run a fake, though.
Three-point conversion is good, complete.
And it's good. So the score is now 35-14.
18 seconds to go in the ball game.
Looks a little bit better on the
Collinsville 35, Catoosa
final score in the paper. And I'm sure when Collinsville comes out, they'll be in victory formation.
Yeah, a good solid performance by the Cardinals tonight.
I think the only thing they got to work on is, stopping the penalties on the line.
Number 11, Erickson, back deep for the Cardinals. Number 20, Colvin, kicking off for the Indians.
Erickson back deep.
And the way the Catoosa kicker lined up, I think he's just going to pooch it again.
Tyler Forrest is going to fair catch it. Chase Wilkins will cover it with 18.1 seconds left.
And some of you may be asking, well, why did Tyler Forrest call fair catch but Chase catch it? Well, they're told that if the middle guys, they're not supposed to turn their backs to catch a ball. And that the people coming up have authority over them to catch a ball.
Final score of the game tonight, 35 Collinsville, 14 Catoosa. A good solid performance by the Cards tonight. And next Friday they take on Skiatook. Hubbard, you got a key offensive player of the game tonight?
I think it's got to be Ryan Haymaker with. I give it to him.
Sean played really well. He was dropping the passes. To me, it'd have to be Sean Kacheski. He was throwing the passes right in there. Played really well. When he was running the ball, read the ball really well. Knew when to keep it. Knew when to give it to Ryan. So I thought Sean played a really good game.
I think Ryan had a better game.
What do you think on the defensive side of the ball?
I think it's got to be Brandon Lowe. One interception. Probably should have been two, but we'll leave that alone for now.
I'm going to say Rock Robbins. We had them down. They were driving on that possession. They get down to our about 15-yard line, and it's fourth down. Ball's fumbled. Rock Robbins scoops it up, runs it back for a touchdown. At that point, the score was it 14-6 or was it 21-6?
I think it was 14-6.
It might have been 14-6. So Catoosa scores on that play, or scores on that drive. They have a chance to tie the game up. Rock scoops up a fumble, runs it back for a touchdown. That gave Collinsville a lot of momentum, and they carried that over, and they end up scoring 35 points. We will be back next Friday where Collinsville will take on Skiatook at Skiatook. I'm Logan Wilt.
I'm Zach Hubbard.
We'll see you next time.